that's a summary of capital. Real quickly, a summary of O&M, 111 million. As we talked about at the outset, over 50% is labor-related expenditures. So of that 60 million on the red slice of the chart there, 42 million represents the O&M side of payroll. I think 7.3 million is active medical claims, 4.5 million for the pension trust contribution. That's the O&M share of it. A portion of that will be capitalized. And then about another 5 to 6 million for retiree medical claims and contributions to the OTEC trust fund. The blue slice of the pie, 23 million for outside services. That represents payments to contractors that execute programs on behalf of KUB. Vegetation management is one of the largest at 6 million. We also have our meter reading contractor in there at 3 million, and facilities management and maintenance also at 3 million. And materials and other costs at 28 million. The biggest piece of that is utility expense, which will be 7.3 million next fiscal year. We also have chemicals to treat water and wastewater at 2.5 million. And then there's many other items that help comprise that. But a brief summary of O&M, not drastically different from past years as opposed to the components that make it up. Talk just a moment about the funding recommendations. Obviously, you've already considered the electric margin increase on first reading. We're also requesting, as part of helping to fund the fiscal year 2011 budget, $137 million in revenue bonds, the biggest of which will be for the wastewater system, $80 million. That will fund the entire wastewater capital program next fiscal year, plus a portion of the program in fiscal year 2012 as well. The bonds will be issued on a parity basis, meaning the new bondholders will have the same rights as the existing bondholders, basically, to repayment. The bonds can also be sold either through public competitive sale or through negotiated sale. But as you'll recall, in the event that negotiated sale might be the best option, we come back to the board's Audit and Finance Committee and get their written approval. But at this time, we anticipate they will be sold through public, sold competitively. And also, the bonds can be sold either as tax exempt or federally taxable through the Build America Bonds program that still is out there. We did have one issue that we sold under the BABS program back in February. We may well sell these as well. We'll continue to evaluate that program and see if it's right for these bond issues as well. So that is a possibility. And then, Commissioners, the gas line of credit, this is something you've approved annually for probably the past decade. It is there for the gas division in the event that we need to draw on it to help manage the seasonality of cash flow for the gas system. Last year, we didn't have to draw on it at all. This year, excuse me, we're anticipating we might need to draw on it up to $10 million. And then finally, as we have discussed, we don't have a recommendation today for a wastewater rate increase, but the wastewater financial plan does call for one during the upcoming fiscal year. We do plan on coming back to the board probably sometime in the fall and give a full recommendation on the exact magnitude and timing of that rate increase. It's currently in the plan at 12%, and at that level it would add about $5.40 to the typical wastewater customer's monthly bill. Any questions on that?
On your bonds, is that 157? Is that net of repayment, or is that 157 in new debt?
It's new.
So the net, I saw that we're going to call $11 million or something this year. Is that right? Or I mean, that was principal and interest.
As principal and interest, principal repayments this year is right at $20 million total. So on a net basis, our debt will only go up the 137 million minus the 20 for 117 million. Commissioners, real quickly, just chart just shows how the 2011 budget will be funded. As you would expect, the majority will come from system revenues, 748 million, or about 87%. 111 million of the 137 million that will issue will be used to fund capital budgets next year. The other remaining 26 million will go to the following year, mostly for the wastewater system. And we'll then transition on to commitment appropriations. And Commissioners, if you'll recall, what these appropriations cover, they allow KUB to enter into contracts that commit us to cash expenditures beyond the budget year. It could be contracts already executed or contracts that would be executed during the upcoming fiscal year. In total, $28.1 million is being requested. Some of the projects it'll cover is the Smart Grid Community Project beyond fiscal year 2011. It'll include the East Knox Substation beyond 2011. And then there's a host of smaller water main replacement projects, gas main replacement projects that we'll need to execute contracts for that will go beyond 2011. And then in conclusion, the recommended action items are the resolutions that 1225 through 1228 that cover the bonds, the line of credit, and budget and commitment appropriations. And I'd be happy to answer any other questions you might have.
Any questions? Okay, we'll take these one at a time. Resolution 1225, requesting City Council approval of bond issues for electric, gas, water, and wastewater divisions. We need a
Move to be approved.
any public comment? Any other comment from the commissioners? Mr. Coley?
Commissioner Anderson. Commissioner Cannell. Commissioner Jones.
Aye.
Commissioner Robinson.
Aye.
Commissioner Simmons. Commissioner Thompson. Commissioner Williams. Resolution 1225 is passed.
Resolution 1226, requesting authorization for a short-term line of credit for the gas division. So moved.
Second.
Comments? Questions, comments? Mr. Cole?
Commissioner Anderson. Commissioner Cannell. Commissioner Jones.
Aye.
Commissioner Robinson.
Aye.
Commissioner Simmons. Commissioner Thompson. Commissioner Williams. Resolution 1226 is passed.
Resolution 1227, requesting approval for the fiscal year 2011 budget appropriations.
Move to approve. Second.
Comments? Mr. Coley?
Commissioner Anderson. Commissioner Cannell. Commissioner Jones.
Aye.
Commissioner Robinson.
Aye.
Commissioner Simmons. Commissioner Thompson. Commissioner Williams. Resolution 1227 is passed.
Resolution 1228, requesting commitment authority for goods and services that will be paid for on or after July 1, 2011.
Move we approve.
Second.
Comments? Mr. Coley?
Commissioner Anderson. Commissioner Cannell. Commissioner Jones.
Aye.
Commissioner Robinson.
Aye.
Commissioner Simmons. Commissioner Thompson. Commissioner Williams. Resolution 1228 is passed. Mr. Chair.
Thank you. I'd like to thank the staff for all the extensive information that was provided us to make the